My body definitely knew that something was off or knew that something wasn't good for me, and I just wasn't listening. Tell me if this sounds familiar to you. I was having massive, massive anxiety, and I had no idea where it was coming from. I was getting panic attacks. I couldn't sleep. I had insomnia. I wasn't eating. I was borderline depressed for a few months. What I didn't realize at the time is I was trying to force a life or force something to happen that just wasn't good for me. Because on the outside, everything looked fine. I was in a relationship, I was engaged, I was about to get married, I had a really great job, but I was really suffering inside and I didn't know what was happening. I started to feel really isolated, like I was the only one going through this. I didn't feel like anyone understood, and that can be a really dark place for a lot of people. And if you're in that place right now because you've just gone through a painful separation, a breakup, a divorce, and you're going through an isolation period, or you've kind of hit that like rock bottom where you just don't know how to really pick yourself up. Maybe you're even just straight up stuck and you don't know how to move yourself forward. We're going to walk through really what we're meant to learn during this time. And I hope this gives you some comfort. I hope it gives you some tips. I hope it gives you some insight as to maybe having an aha moment on what you're missing from being in this place right now. I wish I would have watched this video when I was going through my stuff. I think it would have helped to make me feel more validated, less crazy, and less stuck like I'm going to be here forever. 6 months before I got married, I definitely had a breakdown. So your breakdown may be at different points, but breakdowns are the same regardless of what happens. I think for my breakdown, it was a little more tricky because, like I said, everything seemed kind of perfect and I didn't know why I was having this meltdown or hitting this rock bottom place. Anytime we hit a down spiral, low point in our life, it's not meant to hurt us. It's meant to put us at a low place so we can want to grasp for air and do something different because what we've been doing isn't working. It also could be a really significant sign that something is off and that you're not going in the right direction. And it's life's way of saying, hey, look, I'm going to give you this really painful situation. I'm going to make this person discard you. I'm going to make them hurt you so badly, and I'm going to put you in a lot of pain just so you can see what it is that you actually deserve. Because you're not learning the lesson on your own. I've given you some few hints. I've tried to make you sway a little bit, but you're not listening. And so now I'm going to hit you with something in order for you to really listen. I'm going to shake you. I didn't know at the time that this is what life was doing to me. So if you're here, you're not stuck, you're not going crazy, you're not any of those things. It's just life's way of saying, hey, look, I'm either going to give you a lot of pain for you to see what it is that you actually really deserve, or I'm going to make you hit this low point because I know you're going to want to grasp for air and you're going to start doing something different so you can feel better because now you're in significant pain and you can't take it anymore. So 6 months before my wedding, I go through all that. I go to therapy for the first time. I do it for about 2 months. I learned that I'm codependent. I learned about some stuff from my childhood, and so I'm starting to kind of like put some pieces together, but I keep like pushing forward. I'm not really listening to the little subtle hints that life is giving me of like, hey, look, you're going down the wrong path. So then I get married, and a month after I gave birth to my son, I got married, and then I had my son probably like almost a year later. And when I had him, a month after that, my ex-husband leaves me. So now fast forward, I'm now in the midst of a separation. I'm now being discarded. I'm now a single mom. I'm now a brand new mom. I don't think in any way that I would have been able to handle that experience the way I did if I had not gone through what I went through 6 months ago. That really set me up for being able to handle what was going on. And it also helped me to learn really quickly that none of what was happening to me, even though it was painful, even though it was hard, even though I was frustrated and I was angry and all the things that you've been, I understood that this wasn't about me. And that's something that's really important because a lot of people really do think that it is about them. They take what happens to them very personally. They take the ending of this relationship personally. They take what the behavior is, the discard, the lying, the betraying, all those things. They take it as I did something wrong that actually warranted this behavior in this person. So because they take on that responsibility, that means that they have to go through a whole hurdle of things in order to get to a place where they know that they are actually enough and that this was not about them. This was just about not just a crappy circumstance that you went through. It was about life saying, hey, look, this person just isn't good enough for you. This person isn't right for you. This person isn't going to give you the life that you say you really want, that I know you actually deserve. And while, again, that's painful in itself, that we have to face the reality that the person, the one person in the whole world that we want to actually be that person, can't be that person. That's grieving, that's loss, that's mourning, and that's pain. When you have a strong sense of self, when you know that this isn't about you, when you don't take it as personally as some other people do, you are already ahead of the game. The point of me telling you this story is that if you are at that place where you are at rock bottom or you just feel stuck, this is just validation and confirmation that this is not a place you're going to stay forever. This is also the kind of awakening or alarm that you really need to say, hey, have I actually started really working on myself? Have I actually really started healing? Have I really started to learn what is it going to take for me to actually move forward and get out of the hamster wheel or the rabbit hole that I may be in right now? This is the kind of boost, the motivation. This is the sign that you need to get up today and start actually putting work and time and effort into you. If you're at that place where everything just feels off, you feel stuck, you feel like your body's screaming, maybe you're anxious all the time, maybe you're confused, maybe you don't even know what's next for you, do not wait until you completely fall apart. You can start working on yourself right now to prevent yourself from going down that hamster wheel, that rabbit hole any further than you already are. And if you're not quite ready for that, that's okay too. Stick around, subscribe, click the links down below to subscribe to the channel. Click on notifications. Like, this is free coaching at the end of the day. So just invest in yourself every single day because you deserve to not stay stuck here. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You're not any of those things. You just have to learn a couple of skills that you just never learned before in order to get yourself moving and moving forward. So thank you guys so much for joining me this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you everything that you needed. If it did, don't forget to hit the like button and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.